All right, seventh graders, today is the day where we pull all of our percent knowledge together and work on percent questions that are what we call multiple percents. What if there's more than 1% going on, which is actually the most real life scenario, because often you might be at a restaurant or somewhere and you need to pay tax, there's a percent, and then you also need to pay tip. Or sometimes there are multiple discounts that get taken off of an item before you pay tax. If you want to be able to calculate these multiple percents, I'm going to show you how to do that today. You need page 57, and we're going to work through these problems and look at the most efficient way to solve these using percents. All right, you'll notice there's only 4 total problems on this whole page, and that's because really within each of these problems, there's like at least 3 steps going on. So it's kind of like 3 problems in one. How exciting, isn't this wonderful? So let's read question number 1. You want to buy a laptop that originally costs $350. I'm just going to kind of underline some important things. Originally costs $350. There's the original. I'm sure that's going to be useful. Okay, what else does it say? The laptop is on sale for 15% off. There's 1% going on there. It's on sale for 15% off. Then you have a coupon that will get you an additional 25% off of the discounted price. So you're going to get 15% off from the sale, and then you're going to take it up to the register and give them your coupon, and then you're also going to get 25% more off of that price. Okay, find the discount price of the laptop. Then, oh, we're not even done yet. Then find the final cost of the laptop if tax is 7.2%. Now this says something that you're always going to do on every problem because we're dealing with money. You are always going to round to the nearest cent, and cents are hundredths places, 2 decimals. That's what they would do in real life. So that's what we're going to do on these questions. 1 step at a time. That is the biggest advice that I can give you here, is take this 1 step at a time. If you try to do this all at once, you will get a very messed up answer. So here's what I know. The original price of the laptop was $350. The laptop is on sale for 15% off. That means the original is the original right now for this first calculation. So first I'm going to calculate the 15% off of the original price. You want to kind of calculate these in the order that they would happen in real life. And in real life, it was already on sale for 15% off. That would happen before this additional 25% off. And I know that because it says 25% off the discounted price. And then finally, you would calculate tax off of that. So I'm going to do on sale for 15% off. The original price is $350. So remember how we showed how we could write this all out in 1 step instead of I'm going to calculate the percent and then subtract it. I'm just going to list it all out in 1 step. $350 minus 15% of $350. Okay, the original minus 15% of the original. Okay, I can type that all in at once here. You ready? $350 minus 0.15 times $350. That means after the 15% off, and some of you are still typing in like 0.5, that is not how money works. It's 0.50, that's 50 cents. This is the price just with the 15% off, okay? Now the next thing they said is I get an additional 25%, but now it's not 25% off of that, it's 25% off of this discounted price. So this amount right here now becomes my new base. For my next calculation, I'm using this last number as my base. Okay, so now instead of 350, I'm not taking 25% off of 350, I'm taking 25% off of the discounted price. So now I'm going to continue with the new base here. Here's my new base. We start with that. I am getting more money off, so this is still subtraction. I'm going to take that new discounted price and I'm going to subtract 25% of that discounted price, right? The original, this is my new original now, minus 25% of the original. Okay, so 297.5 minus 0.25 times 297.5. You could use times or the parentheses. It'll do it in the right order. Your calculator is programmed to do, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, to multiply before it subtracts. Okay, I need to round to the nearest cent. So this is going to be $223.13. If it's 0.125, that 5 will bump that up to a 3. And that's what will happen in the real world. They always round it. Okay, but I'm not finished, right? So this is my discount with the 15% sale. This is my discounted price with my additional 25% off coupon. Now I need to use this value as my original. So whatever you ended with is always going to become your base for the next step. So this is now the base here, and this is now the base here. Here's the other thing. I'm now calculating tax. So should I put plus or minus right here? Plus, of course, tax is going to add on to your cost. 7.2% is 0.072. 7.2% of what? Of our new original. Let's recap. Here's the original, 15% off that. Now I use this amount to calculate 25% off. So notice that became my new base. And now this $223.13 is now my new base once again. I'm ready to type this in. 223.13 plus 0.072 times, I can hit times or do the parentheses, 223.13. Now I have to round this, 0.195. Okay, the final price when you get up to the register, it will be $239.20. That's after a 15% off sale, an extra 25% off that, and your 7.2% tax. Multiple percents. This is how it works in real world. Lots of percents going on there. Let's try that again. Okay, number 2. Your meal at a restaurant was $15.99. There's my original. You give the waiter a coupon for 10% off one meal. You pay a 6% tax and a 20% tip. What's the final cost of your meal? All right, one step at a time. So the waiter takes your coupon and then it's going to bring your bill back to you. So they're going to do the 10% off first. So here's my original. 10% off is a discount. 10% of what? The original. Original minus 10% of the original. Okay. Once again, the benefit of this is I can type it all in at once. $15.99 minus 0.10 times $15.99. 14.39. The one, that's not going to bump it up. So this, after you get 10% off, your discounted meal is $14.39. Again, like on the last problem, that also gives me a new original. That's what I was trying to think of. Now, here's the question, though. So I'm going to write the original. What's going to happen next? Does tax happen next or does tip? And does it even matter? Will it change my answer? The thing I want to tell you right now is yes, it will change your answer. And do you know what restaurants do? Restaurants really hope that, because when they bring you your bill back, they usually put the tax on there for you, partially because it just calculates it, but also because they get a little bit more. If you decide to pay tip on that total with the tax, which most people do, then you're paying a little bit higher tip. So chances are the tax is going to happen next. Tax is addition. 6% is 0.06. So I'm doing the original, which is this new original with 10% off, plus 6% of the original. Okay, so we're calculating tax now. 14.39 plus 0.06 times 14.39. 1525, the next number is a 3, so that will not round up. So my new amount, I've now done the 10% discount, and now I've done 6% tax. Now the waiter, so the waiter, you know, I ordered a meal for $15.99. I gave the waiter my coupon. He came back with a bill that had the 6% tax on it. So now I'm looking at a bill that says $15.25. And I am calculating my tip, my 20% tip off of that. All right, so here's my new original once again, $15.25. Tip, do I add or subtract tip? Add it, it makes it more expensive, right? Remember, discount sales, those are the only ones you subtract. So I'm going to add a 20% tip to this original, 15.25. Again, I keep carrying, I do one step and that becomes my new original. And then that becomes my new original. Every step, make sure you're using the last original. 15.25 plus 0.2 times 15.25. What does that mean money-wise? That means $18.30. That's with your 10% off, that's with your 6% tax, and your 20% tip. Multiple percents. Okay, number 3. A department store purchases a vacuum for $150. There's our original, our first one. They mark up the vacuum. Okay, that's going to be one thing that happens. They mark up the vacuum at 250% and put it up for sale. We remember that what that means, mark it up? The store buys the vacuum from some wholesaler and then they up the price before selling it to you. Otherwise, they wouldn't make any money. The vacuum has not sold yet. Maybe they marked it up too much. So they discount it at 40% off. That's what happens next. You buy the discounted vacuum. Once it goes on sale, you're like, oh, I'll buy that now. But you pay a 7.5% sales tax. How much will you pay for the vacuum? One step at a time. Original plus a markup adds to the costs, right? Again, discounts are the only ones that subtract. Everything else adds. 250%. That is 2.5 of the original. The original always goes in there twice. 150 plus 250% of the original. 150 plus 2.5 times 150 equals $525. That's what they marked it up to. So they bought it for 150, but they're going to sell it to you for 525. Except for not, because they marked it up too much and nobody wants to buy it. So here's my new original. They discount it at 40% off. Discount is the only one that subtracts, right? Minus 0.4 of 525. New original right there. Okay, 525 minus 0.4 times 525. What if you put 0.40? Wouldn't change a thing. Okay, $315 is now the discount price. You go in and you're like, oh, I'll buy it for I wasn't going to buy it for $525, but I will buy it for $315. But of course, you take it up to the counter and there is tax on that. Tax is addition. 7.5% tax on that. Of what? Of this new original, which is the discounted price of $315. You guys following me? 315 plus 0.075 times 315 is, you will pay $338.63. The 625 rounds it up to 63. Still more than what they paid for it, but not their original markup price. I'm going to read to you number 4. You are buying some fabric and some yarn at Joann's. You have a coupon for 25% off just the fabric. Joann's works like this a lot. And another coupon for 15% off your total. Ooh, this is tricky. The fabric you want. Okay, so the fabric you want is $65. That's going to go along with the fabric purchase. And the yarn that you want is $40. That's going to be part of the total. How much is your final cost if you pay? And this is going to be a totally different thing. Okay, the first thing I have to do is calculate the fabric. So fabric is $65 and I get 25% off of the fabric. All right, so 65 minus 0.25 times 65. So for the fabric, I get the fabric at this price, $48.75. There's a little extra step in here that the rest of them don't have, because the 15% is not just off of the yarn, it's off of your total. So this is now part of your total, and you have to add to it the $40 for yarn, right? Because that's a part of your total. So that's going to be $88.75. That's now your total purchase, and you get 15% off of that $88.75. Okay. Coupons at Joann's, man. They always work like this. All right, so I'm gonna have 88.75 minus 0.15 times 88.75. That gives me a new total of $75.44 is what that rounds to, 437. And now what do I have to do? I have to pay tax on that new total. So 75.44 plus taxes addition, 0.067 times 75.44 equals, I don't know, let's find out. 75.44 plus 0.067 times, nope, I typed the weird thing. You can't see it anyway. Here we go, here's what I'm doing. 75.44 plus 0.067 times 75.44. $80, and does that round up to 50? No, it does not, because the next number is 4. $80.49. Now, without those coupons, what would it be? Well, it would just be 40 plus 65, which is 105, and then tax on that. So yeah, the coupons are saving you money. You got to add tax. Multiple percents. It's just like doing percents multiple times. You're going to try some more applications. Some of them are just one-step problems. Some of them are multi-step problems. Of course, if you have any questions, please ask.